Well, a very good morning to you. How are you? Are you well? It is our Textile Tuesday, and of course they don't get much more textile-y than the very fabulous Odeal by Elle, which I am surrounded by today. This is her latest collection. It is absolutely stunning. I know loads of you have been waiting for it, and it is almost finished loading. We've had a little bit of an issue with our email for some reason today. So SJ had a message that I had to pass on. SJ, what's the message? If you want, hang on, let me just get this right. If you need orders combining or anything else, put a note on your order and it will be adjusted. But if you send an email right now, we can't get into them. Something is happening.
Got gremlins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's all about.
No, but we're fixing it. But just any emails that were sent through last night might not.
So any emails that sent through last night, if you don't have a response yet, it's because we can't open them yet.
But we're working on it.
We're working on it, and we're eating cake.
Perfect.
So let's see if you had cake, or is it just me?
No, but I might need some now.
You need to get in quick because it's official curry and cake day here at Natasha Makes. Yes, I know, right? I know how to treat them. It's all good. Right, let me turn down the volume. Lucky things. Right. Oh, Josh has just sent me a message saying that he can hear me and I'm live. I mean, what? I like that. I like that recognition that not only can I be heard, but I'm also alive. This is all good. Oh, so is the machine. Fabulous. Right, but more importantly, let's find you, lovely lot. Where are you? So today is all about Odeal. And what we have got. Oh, morning, Steph. Morning, Sylv. That should be your slogan. NM powered by cake. Do you know, it was a bit embarrassing because I was eating cake yesterday when one of our suppliers came. I went, I'm really sorry, I'm just finishing off this cake. He said, yeah, that's what you were doing last time I saw you. I'm like, well, it's not the same cake, but you know, we do like a bit around here. I'm not going to lie. I've got dry hands today. Get the old seams on it. That'll sort it. Morning from Tamworth, says Francis. Oh, you're very close to us then. Some of my fabulous furniture in here, we've got painted. There's a lovely lady in Tamworth that I commissioned to upcycle my furniture for me because I simply don't have time. And she's rather fabulous. And she's from Tamworth. There we go. So we've got Joan and Jill and Sylv. Morning, lovely peeps. And Jane, good morning. And Claire. Une explosion de couleurs. Yeah. My French isn't that bad, Claire, because it's basically English. Lisa, good morning. Elizabeth Crangle, she says, morning, SJ, and hello. And I've got, that'll go in a minute, that'll be great. Kirsty as well, good morning. Darling cold in Wellingborough. Right, I'll tell Glam Pam to put on an extra coat. Morning, Vicky. Oh, hang on a minute. So Vicky's not long started watching us. Yeah. Welcome to the wonderful world of Odeal. Yeah, your life's never going to be the same again. That's all I can say. Rebecca says, morning, looking forward to the loveliness. I shall be doing some virtual fabric stroking. The thing is about this, it's sort of midway between quilting weight and cotton lawn. It feels beautiful. Just sew with it as you would any kind of normal cotton, but the quality of the fabric that they choose and they pick, and they have really made an effort. And in fact, if you watch the interview, then you'll know about that. I think we touched on it in the interview. Yes, it's all good. Morning, Kate. Good morning, Jackie. I was watching yesterday's show on Catch Up when I realised today was live. Spoilt for choice. Where'd you go? This will be on Catch Up as well in a bit, but at least we can say hello to you, Jackie. Morning, Jenny. Morning, Alison. Morning, Heather. Lovely fabric, isn't it just? Maureen, good morning. Oh no, it's evening, isn't it, for you because you're Australia? Yes. Good evening, Natasha and all the makers. We are busy making today. Good morning, lovely ladies. Sounds like my sort of a day. Curry and cake. Pam, it's everyone's sort of a day. Well, it should be, or we can't be friends. I'm joking for those people that go, I don't like curry. We love curry. Morning, Brenda. Morning, Alison. Morning, Lizandre. Good morning, Basil. Good morning. Oh no, Sylv, not like curry cake. No, separate. Oh, Evie, thank you. She loves my blouse. You know, Jane said that as well. She said it's her favourite one. Morning, Kerry. Gonna try and watch this morning. Hopefully the baby will let me be enough to do so. Oh, well, let me be enough. Right, yeah. I now have a biter on my hands. Oh, good luck with that. I think it's a case of there, but by the grace of God, whether or not your child bites. That's my... Freddie used to get bitten a lot by a small child called Jan at nursery, and we ended up just calling him Jan the Biter because... And they're still in the same school, and Jan is now 7 and doesn't bite. If that's any consolation, we did have to then change what we call Jan once he stopped biting. He's no longer Jan the Biter. But yeah, good luck with that. Good morning, Deb. Good morning, Margaret. A minute late because Kat wanted third breakfast. Mind you, I've had 3 pieces of cake. I'm not going to lie. Morning, Ali. How are you? Morning, Louise. Morning, Linda. Morning, Ginny. Happy Burns night. Yes, of course. Haggis, neeps and tatties for tea. Yeah, I'm having curry. I wonder if they're going to do a haggis curry. I don't know. Morning, Deborah. How are you? My mum bit me back gently. Soon stop that biting. Yeah, there is that school of thought, isn't there? There is that school of thought. I don't know. Freddie was never a biter. I never had that problem. Actually, Emily's not a biter. I've never had biters. I think because we've got the dogs, so they've always been told not to bite. I don't know what parent would say that biting was okay, but I don't know. I did realise how that sounded as it came out of my mouth. Not a bitey mouth, I have to say. Right. We have got beautiful panels. So, you would have seen these. If you watch the... looks like I've got my washing out, doesn't it? Like the most beautiful washing known to man. So these are the spring, summer, autumn and winter panels from Odeal. Now, there are lots that you can do with these, and we've got these as a pack of 4. So because otherwise I didn't want to be left with like one face, but because they are a collection. Now, Odeal has these. She's got these in hoops, and she's embroidering and adding beads and sparkly stuff, sparkly stuff in on these, and I think they are going to make beautiful cushions. I mean, there's a series of cushions, absolutely stunning, of course. And we do know that of course Odeal's fabric, we've still got some of that fabric, by the way, some of the velvet, and we will be getting more of the velvets in as well. But this is the latest fabric collection. So if you had the circusy stuff before, which was just so stunning, so stunning. I've still got various quilts made out of that. It's beautiful to work with. The closest fabric that I can think to compare this with for feel and touch is Art Gallery fabric, which again is leaning towards cotton lawn as opposed to cotton quilting weight. Now, bear in mind, if you remember Gary's show, when we had someone say that they were struggling to sew through 6 layers of Art Gallery fabric, and he went, oh, you have to realise cotton lawn is so much more hard wearing than normal cotton because it's a tighter weave. The reason that it feels so beautiful, and people think it's not going to be as hard wearing, but actually cotton lawn is much more hard wearing because you've got very long thin cotton fibres, and so you get so much more thread count in per whatever they measure it in, and so actually it's very durable. There are companies like Land's End who use cotton lawn, and they used to, I don't know whether they still do, they give a lifetime guarantee on their cotton lawn items because they know that the fabric is going to last that long. You're not going to do that with just a normal cotton. So this is such beautiful quality. It's printed and made in Europe. So if you're worried about air miles and stuff like that, it hasn't had far to come. A little hop, skip and a jump. So this is all the beautiful stuff from Odeal. Now, other things to bear in mind that we have on the show today. I know that lots of you loved it when we did, do you remember when we did these? And I keep being asked, when are we getting them back? When are we getting them back? Gemma bought me a beautiful bottle of gin. I drank the gin, obviously. Clearly. What else was I going to do? Whoops. I drank said gin, and then use the bottle. So I put, and that's only got Epsom salts in the bottle just to weigh the bottle down. It's my Tipsy Tortoise gin bottle. And then if we just take this out, can you see that? That is the adapter that makes this bottle here now into the most beautiful lamp. Where is my where is my thing to turn it on? There we go. Whoa! Whoa, it's a bright one. Blimey. Forgotten quite how bright that was. So I haven't got a plug over that end of the studio, so I can't put it over there. And I haven't sort of health and safety it up. So that's how it creates these. And again, we've done it with beautiful, beautiful celebratory champagne bottles and all sorts of things. So if you've got a special bottle or one that's just a bit too nice to throw away, or maybe you're just into upcycling, then we've got these back in stock. And what are these? These are the adapters. That means that you can change gin bottles, wine bottles, spirit bottles of any shape, size or description into the most beautiful, beautiful lamps and things like that. We have also got back in stock the round rectangular, sort of curved edge rectangular, and also the small hexagonal shaped ones, again, which look fabulous with this. We've got a couple more of the small round ones left in stock, and we've got a few of the 40 centimetre ones. This is the measurements on these lampshades is across the diameter. Okay, so that's a 40. The lamps that everyone always says, oh, your lamps are so beautiful. And I said, thank you so much. These are your 40 centimetre ones. And I'm going to make one for my sitting room out of one of the Odeal ones just today, just because then I've got an excuse to, show you how it's done like. But they all work the same. And once you've got that principle and an excuse to drink gin, in case any of us needed that at all, then we are all good to go. It's the same principle that makes the clocks as well. We've got fabric clocks as well on the website, and also these rather lovely lanterns as well. So exactly the same principle when we get making. And these are just beautiful. These make a really nice night light if you put like the little faux candles in. And also, actually, what I've got in here, because I wanted something a little bit brighter, you know the push button ones that you can get for your wardrobes? If I need something a little bit brighter, which I do on the shows here because of our lights, then I just pop one of those in. And actually, Emily really likes these because she has them almost like a nightlife, and then with her little fingers she can turn it off and on as and when is needed. So we've got those. These come in a pack of 4, by the way. So if you wanted to, you can grab 4 of those. The 4th one is actually on display out in the front in the foyer as you come in. So that's all rather gorgeous. We have got more pom-pom trim in stock for you as well, because of course pom-pom trim looks gorgeous if you're going to make cushions out of all of these. Yes. Simply yes. So I want to know what you would like to make today. That's the thing. Do you want to do a pom-pom trim cushion? What would you like to make? And we'll see what we can do. Shall we see how these kits are shaping up? Because that feels like a really good idea to me. We've got various ways that you can buy today. Let's see, shall we? So, you can get those ladies' faces up there in a collection of 4, so that you have all the faces. Okay, all the faces in all the world. There they are. Right, so that's your 4 faces. Now, we have broken down the fabrics we feel into sort of spring, summer, autumn, winter bundles. But again, this is Odeal, so these are going to go across the board. So here's our lovely spring lady. Look at these flowers, aren't they beautiful? And so so these fat quarters are approximately 19 and a half inches by 22. And again, here we go. Look at these. Aren't they beautiful? So you'll get 4. And then we've only got a certain number of the fat quarter bundles. And then after that, what we had left over has gone up as half meters. Now bear in mind, the half meters are £12.99 because this is a 56, I believe, inch bolt, not a 44. Okay, so you are getting a lot of extra fabric in there. These fat quarters have been cut so that you get 22 by, like I say, 19 and a half inches. That's not including the selvage on the edge, by the way. That's actual fabric. We've been really careful about how we cut these, really careful, because we know that last time we did the fat quarters as in like half of the meter, and it was just huge and they were really expensive. So we wanted this to be in a more affordable way for you, because I know that everybody wanted it. And so these go really beautifully. Well, I mean, to be fair, we've made sure that each of the bundles would go with all the faces. But if I just lay her out across there, you can see why we've gone with what we have there. Just exquisite. Look, I'm just going to hold this up and put this here, because look at the detail in there. It really is so exquisite. And if you had the fabric before, the circusy fabric, then it's just stunning. So you've got the peacocks, you've got the bearded irises, you've got the raspberries in there, then you've got this beautiful array of your summer flowers in there as well. Jane had folded these beautifully. I can't promise to do the same. Oh, look at that. There we go. Oh, look at me. There we go. So you can just enjoy it while I have a quick. Yeah, look at this. Look at the detail in here as well. Really exquisite. We were just saying this morning that these fat quarters would make Gemma's infinity scarf. Now, Gemma did a pom-pom infinity scarf, but you don't have to have pom-pom on it. Vicky made one the other day that didn't have a pom-pom on, and it's absolutely glorious. But because of the feel of these fabrics, they are absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. So they would make absolutely stunning scarves. It's just the background detail in all these fabrics is just lovely. But we do need to, I know that we do need to have a proper good look at all of these. And then you've got your berries and your mushrooms. And your background with this as well. Let's show you that. Whee! Come on. I've got autofocus. Whee! There we go. There you go. That should focus on that. Look at that. Really beautiful. And then, of course, let's just enjoy the detail in that bearded iris there. Do you know what? I really like the selvages on these as well. But how glorious are those? And the background, the secondary detail is there, is just so stunning. So that is bundle number 1. And so if your spring head is your favourite one, then these fabrics especially go with that. Of course, like I say, they all go across the board. We were really careful to make sure. And of course, because this is Odeal, she's got all of these colours throughout. So, you know, you can see straight away, like her hair for summer is exactly the same colour there. And you've got that colour in there for autumn as well. So you can mix and match across the board. But that was our offering there. Now, the next one, which is your summer, has got this rather joyful fabric in with all the butterflies in. And again, you know, it's echoed, so there isn't a right way and a wrong way. You've got butterflies there, all flying around all over the place. In here, you do have the rather stunning peacock fabric as well. You've got a slightly larger version of this one, which is just divine. Look at that. Oh, yeah. And then you've got the tealy version of the berries and those leaves in there, which we felt went rather beautifully with this little looker. Look how that picks out her hair. Isn't it gorgeous? And then all of these teals. That's why we went with the teals. But of course, you see, if you're buying the other bundles as well, or instead of, or whatever your budget allows, you can see that this pulls from the background and you're just going to get that contrast. But you've got those colours that are going to pull in with there. And we are all good across the board with these. That is the beauty of buying from a collection and someone who is as great with colour as Odeal. We're very, very privileged to have such a special relationship with her. It's absolutely, I just feel so blessed. It's just amazing. And here we go. If I just pull this panel out here so that you can really see the detailing in here. So you've got your irises again in your background there, which is stunning. You've got the butterflies here, which we've pulled through in the fact that you've got butterflies in this fabric, butterflies in that fabric. So we've brought all the butterflies together to really complement this panel. And then of course you've got all of your teals that go so beautifully and pull those there. But then you've got those hot, hot, hot colours there, which just sit in this. It's just beautiful, just beautiful. I'm not sure if I can say that enough. It's just gorgeous. It's really hard to have a favourite. I've tried, and I don't. I think it's actually easier to have a favourite of your children. I just can't. I can't cope. Can't manage it this morning. But look at the detailing behind. It's just so beautiful. And of course, the most glorious thing about all of this is that when you buy Odeal's fabric, can we just, hang on, have a moment here. You are supporting an independent designer who had the balls to go, actually, I want to create what I want to create for myself and do it the way that I want to do it, with the quality that I want and the colourways that I want. And I totally, totally respect that. And I will support that as a woman who also has strong views on what I like. If my mum's watching this morning, she'll be like, yep, ain't that the truth? Then, you know, it's lovely. It's kind of lovely to be able to support that in someone else, you know. So let's look at that now. This is autumn, so we start to bring in those rusty colours. Look at that. Woof. Lovely. Those rich autumnal tones. Look at that. Just beautiful. So. And again, if you are buying across the board, then what you'll start to notice is that this fabric is the background for each of these beautiful panels as well. I just keep imagining these as embroidered cushions. So here she is with a squirrel. And again, this is her background. So we've got that fabric in regards to there. We've got all of these beautiful, we've got this basically a rainbow of your oranges and your yellows. So let's have a look then at these close to, because you're going to need to see them. Look at the detail in there. It just is so exquisite. And just the way that all the colour falls, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then, yeah, again, that detail in those feathers, just beautiful. And your irises there as well. And again, that background colour. So that, of course, echoing what we see behind her, just in a larger scale. Can you see? And then this time we've got all of those, but in a different colourway. So let me just tidy all of this up before we go into winter. And this is the thing, you know, how you deal with these. And we've been so careful how we've cut these panels, so that, you know, you get her centered in each of them. Poor Jane, it's been her mission this morning to cut these really carefully. She's like, don't talk to me because I'm cutting and I'm measuring. Like, okay. Because of course we cut off 44-inch bolts all day, every day, so we can practically do that with our eyes shut. But you give us something a little bit different, we're like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? And we have to actually think. There we go. Right, let's look at winter, and then I'm going to show you these fabrics, which aren't part of any kit anywhere, actually, yet. So this is our lovely winter lady with the peacock on her side. But again, you can see, you know, you've got these teals, whichever ones you're going for, it's going to pull those beautiful colours through. If you want to go here and pull through with the oranges there, you can do that. So we've got the beautiful peacocks there. We have got these stunning irises. Look at those. We've got the peacock feathers in that beautiful red. And then we've got, this one seems to pull the different florals from across the whole range. So this is a really, really, really lovely one to have. And we do have it in a larger scale print as well. This is available purely by the 1/2 meter, this one. But if you want it in a large scale, then this is what we've got with all the poppies and the irises and all the flowers all in there. Guys, this is organic cotton as well. You know, this is pretty special stuff. And I know it comes with that price tag, but it's because it is just so special. And we are supporting an independent artist, which I just love. And the import taxes are insane, just so that you know. We always hold our breath because they never seem to be the same. They still seem to make their minds up on it. So it can be a bit dicey our end, but you know, we go with it. It's all good. And just a little look at the pom-pom trims that we've got for you as well. So if you're working with any of these, you want to embellish anything, we think that these go really rather beautifully. These ones come on a ribbon. They're rather lovely. Poor SJ was made to measure. We're like, we don't know how much is left on that, SJ. Can you please measure it? And she's like, oh, do I have to? Was like her inner monologue. We're like, yes, please. But these are all rather fabulous. In fact, these are the ones. Yay! That are on that elephant cushion there. And we've still got some of that velvet as well. So velvets is the next order, guys. Okay, so that will be the next lot to come, will be the velvets as well. So you can have a whole collection. Oh, that's both the ends. Well done me. Only I can manage to not pom-pom trim quite so spectacularly. Do you want to see these on a close-up? Shall we? Here we go. Ooh, yeah. Stop focusing on the... There we go. Bit special, isn't it? It just really is. And then you've got your feathers, which, look how, when it's next to that, pulls those reds in there. Gorgeous. And then, of course, you've got your irises. And I mean, yes. What we haven't put into fat quarter bundles is available by the 1/2 meter. Okay, just to reiterate that for you so that you know exactly how you can get these fabrics. So it might be that you see one and you go, actually, yes, I'm going to have the fat quarter bundle. But, I mean, here she is with her poinsettias and her peacock. Peacocks and poinsettias, beautiful. But you've got the rest of the irises up there. And, of course, this background one is in autumn there. And that's how we've named the bundles to go with these rather lovely ladies. Oh, the lovely ladies. There we go. So which are you going for? Drop us a message, let us know. What have you succumbed to? Which form of fabulousness did you decide you could not do without? And do you know what? You've got a head start as well, because Karen's still in Morrison's, we think. So you could get in before she gets back and swoops in. There we go. Okay, now, also, these, as I say, are available by the ½ metre only. All right, these didn't go into a kit because this is such a big scale. And I just, oh, wow, lovely. And then this as well. Isn't that beautiful? Do you want to see this on a close-up as well? And I've got this in 2 different colourways. There you go. Aren't they stunning? Just stunning. And I think they're rather beautiful together because it's the same print, just different colourways, as you can see. So those 3, 1, 2, 3, are all available by the ½ metre only. That's the only way to get those. Okay. Which did you like? Which did you like? Which did you like? Or is it all of it? It's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky to know, isn't it? Really tricky to know. Let me pop that up there for now. Whoops. I find it very difficult to know which ones to go for. Whoop. There we go. Decisions. Okay, so. And of course the faces are available in the bundle of all the 4 faces. We've only put them like this just to show you which ones really pull those colours. There we go. So, I rather love the red feathers, I have to say. Yeah, Pam loves them all. Wants them all. Where are they on the website, please? Gem, are they all loaded? She's pressing the button now so that you all get them now. Beautiful fabrics to brighten up a really dull overcast day, says Grace. Yay! Geraldine's got to go now. Oh, send them our love. Intrepid Explorers. Loving the fuchsias. When will the products be on the website? We are literally pressing the button now. Geraldine's off to babysit her gorgeous grandson. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Love the velvet ribbon bands. Yes, they are gorgeous. Here we go. Oh, hi, Philip. Odeal's work is first class. We will be collaborating together on some more velvet ribbons soon. We absolutely adore the velvet ribbons, and they sell out the minute that we have them in. We've had all of them. We've had all of them, and they all just go. But yeah, and do you know? I don't know, Philip, if you watched the interview that we did with Odeal, and she just talks about you and Kaif and Brandon with such warmth. It's lovely, and it just makes my heart sing that you guys are all working together, bringing us such a fabulous collaboration, because those velvets are like nothing else. They are just gorgeous. There's something about her velvets are a polyester velvet, and there's just something about the way the dye sits on the polyester that makes the colours, what you can see, that just makes the colours absolutely, absolutely glorious. And we've made, oh my gosh, in fact, I have a feeling, Philip, this might have been one of your designs. And we just make these little pencil cases with them, and they fly. They absolutely fly. We had some on the website over the weekend. Yeah, so everybody loves the velvet ribbons. On that note, actually, somewhere they sent me a sample of, oh, here it is. Now, I wanted to ask your opinion on this before I went ahead and bought it, because they sent me a sample of like a kid's ribbon, but it's a wider border one. And I didn't, oh my gosh, they just feel so beautiful. And I didn't know how you guys would feel. I mean, just, oh. Would you like me to get these in? So they are a wider border one. And I just think you could decorate kids' boxes. You could make storage boxes and things out of these so easily. And I mean, you can see the fall of the supple velvet and how beautiful that falls. It's on a scooter. I mean, come on. Yeah, we just got a little sample of this, but it is rather gorgeous, I have to say. Really rather gorgeous. So yeah, if you want, I can get some of these in. But I just need to know if you can just put a little bit of love in the messages or just say, yes, please. Then we'll get, and this of course is the beautiful velvets, which would make anything for a child, quite honestly, stunning. There we go. So that's my question to you. Now. Yes, please. Yes, please. Oh, Ali, of course. Rona, yes, so cute. They are cute. They're very, very sweet. And the colours zing. This is too exciting, says Debbie. I know, right? Your cup runneth over. Noreen, good morning. Jane says, OMG, such lush fabrics. They are going to be my next must-have. Okay, they are going... Gemma, are they live now? They are live on the website. Okay, so everything that you've just seen me show you, all of these beautiful fabrics, all of these behind us, they are now live on the website. So you can buy, they are there. Get in there and get them. Right, let's make a lampshade. I'm going to make a lampshade like this. For the simple reason I really need one at home. So I'm not even going to lie and pretend it's for anything other than personal use. No point in lying, is there? Absolutely none. And soz, everyone. So yeah, so I'm going to make a lampshade just to show clearly that you can, that you absolutely can. So it's my lampshade box. Yours will come sealed. Obviously, I have rummaged to see how much fabric I needed and take them off the site. So these are, whoops, the lampshades. So you get that. So this is the biggest size that we do, which is this one. Down to the smallest size that we do, which is that one. And one size that's in the middle. You get all kinds of stuff in here, including instructions. Am I going to use them? Who knows? And then a really big pizza box, which is great for storing all sorts of samples and things in. And then a sleeve that, quite frankly, will go in the bin. There we go. So, the first thing, whoops, that we are going to do. There is a knack to these, and as soon as you get the knack, you'll be like, oh, why have I never done these before? Bearing in mind that you can have now everything in your home absolutely stunning and tailor-made to exactly what you want. Now, that's the width that we're going to use. So this is the 40 centimetre diameter one, but it's actually just 25 centimetres in depth. So that means you can get it out of a long quarter. If you're using fabric this length, because I don't actually know how long that is. Bear with me, let me find this out for you. So that goes to 35 inches. So 10 would take it to 40. Yeah, so you would need to make it either out of fabric going that way if you're not using normal quilting weight, but if you're going with this fabric, then go for it. When I did my lampshades out of Cafe, I bought 1.5 meters and I did both lampshades because I've got a matching lamp over there in the corner. So I did both lampshades out of 1.5 meters and a couple of cushions out of 1.5 meters of fabric, because it's just that width, it's that 25 centimeter width that you need. However, as I am here, let us simply chop this up, shall we? Eek! Eek, eek! Yeah, there it is. Whew. Quite. Philip, we have been in our house, I don't know if Philip's still watching this morning, but we've been avidly watching all of his updates on the dinosaur, because the beautiful thing is, of course, Philip knows all about dinosaurs, and so he's been reminding us about when he found his dinosaur, which was rather lovely. And yeah, so in our household we've been avidly following all of that, because of course my son wishes to be a paleontologist. I think he can also spell it, which is a bit worrying. I don't have a clue. Right, I can put all of this then back up here. And yeah, so we do follow all of that avidly. And I keep saying we must go, firstly, and come and see you and talk all things fabulous, and also then do a spot of fossil hunting. Let's pop the iron on so that I can give this a brief press, shall we? And then you need to tell me what else you fancy making today. What shall we do? What shall we do? There we go. So they are all live. All the fabrics are now live on the website. Oh, hello. Margaret's been at the maths. 126 centimetres. There you go. Yeah. Beautiful. Right. I'm just spending today moving stuff, I know, from one place to the next. That's all I seem to spend my life doing. Moving stuff. Moving, moving, moving. How are you getting on in there, Gemma? She's very, very quiet. A little bit stressed today because there was loading and maths and stuff to do. And every now and then I'll hear a little squeak from her where she goes, "You promised I wouldn't have to do maths." Isn't that right, Jem? Love the maths. Love the maths. Are you coming in to say hello to everyone this morning or not? She's tappity-tappatying. She's got long nails, that's all you can hear. She comes in here and tappity-taps. So all you hear is her super swanky nails. Remember, they are jewels, not tools, for our Gem. Like me. This is why she despaired. Gemma, once upon a time, was a nail artist, and a very fabulous one, and a nail educator as well. So she used to teach everybody else how to do them, and she does do the most incredible nails. She's amazing. But unfortunately, they're not quite horse-proof. She used to absolutely despair of me. She's like, "You are the only person that chips or just can't keep nail varnish and stuff on." I'm like, yeah, sorry about that. She wasn't the only one that tried either. When I moved to Peterborough to be on Crate and Craft, when I first started, we were always told, like, you had to have immaculate nails. You always had to have your nails done. So, oh, crikey. And Gemma's fellow nail ambassador, because I remember sending Gemma a message at the time going, "I'm moving to Peterborough. Who can do my nails for me now?" And she's like, well, the only other person that is basically as highly qualified as she is would be living about 15 minutes from you. So lovely Jenny then used to do my nails, and again, absolutely despaired of me. But then it was because of all the different craft glues that I was using. It just used to pull off all the glue. Right. This is going to go on here, and I am really hoping I've left myself an eeky tweaky bit each side I may or may not have done. Who knows? In fact, I probably should have cut this, yeah, I should have cut this a little bit wider. That was silly, I was just trying to save a little bit of time. You know, we all know how that's going to go, don't we? Right. Actually, do you know what? This is where I could use my fabric weights. Here we go. It's just that. It's not that it's difficult. It's just that it's all curled up. That's the trouble that I get. And I haven't done it. I haven't even started it square on the fabric. So, and this is where you don't unravel too much. So if I pop my fabric on there, and I pop that centre there, then hopefully, and do you know what? I don't know now if the edge was square on when I started to cut, so I'm going to start over a little bit and see. But worst case is there is a little bit of sticky on the end, and it's not going to be the worst case scenario once I figure out which way this fabric is going, or I'll just have to cut myself a bigger bit and make this into something. That's the other way to go, isn't it? Oh, sticky, sticky, sticky. Right, let's go again, shall we? I have made so many of these in the past, and whoops, never had issue. There we go. Pop that there. Whoops. It really does want to curl, doesn't it, today? Right. Last try, guys, and then we just cut ourselves a bigger piece of fabric. Yeah, look, it's going off the end. I'm giving up. I'm going for a wider piece of fabric, and then I will cut it down. So, lesson learned, isn't it? To go for a wider bit than the exact amount, and you'll be fine. Better that I make that mistake than you guys. There we go. So, yeah, let's do it so that we really can't go wrong. And the likelihood is, if you are cutting this off, and if you're cutting this off a 44-inch piece of fabric, then you will have the length that way, so this won't be an issue. I've just tried to save fabric. What was I thinking? I'll use that for something else, and it will be fabulous. So again, a quick press. Actually, this is pretty good. It's only that middle bit there, and away we go. And now I can do it and not worry. I hate worrying about whether or not I've got enough fabric. Right. Let's simply go again. I'm going to start it right in the middle, and away we go. And you'll see how it should have been an easy job in the first place. Because you do literally just stick it down like so. But just unravel the bit that you need at a time. That's how easy it should have been. So there we go, lesson learnt. Start with more fabric than you need. Whee! What a shame, I've now got to make something fabulous out of this. I can feel a bit of a scarf or a smarf or something coming on with that. Oh yes, that'd be beautiful. Right. So now what we've got is gorgeous fabric, and do just have a little double check. Make sure that that you don't have any puckers or anything. You can see I've got a little bit here, so just pull that back and just relay it on as you go, just to make sure that you're going to get absolutely the best effect. And you can do that. You can see it is actually quite forgiving. And I'm just really getting my fingers on there and just making sure that absolutely that is smooth. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Smooth as anything on there. Just gorgeous. Just beautiful. Now, what I'm going to look at that. Look at that. That is going to be absolutely stunning. So then the next thing that you want to do is just trim back any excess fabric. Tell you what, someone's going to get a fabulous scrap bags with bits of this on. Can you imagine EPPing with bits of this? Yes and yes. Now you can do this bit with a penknife, but because we have rotary cutters, because we are quilters, then we are all good to go. But otherwise, what they suggest you do is very carefully. So I could, what have I got here? If I didn't have, I could go in with my scalpel, but why would I when I've got a gorgeous blade like this to work with? Hurrah. That does make the job a lot quicker. And like I say, when I would have done a smaller size, but I kind of needed this for my own home, so excuse the indulgence, but you know, there it is. I'm nothing if not honest with you guys, right? You know that. You absolutely know that. So once you've trimmed everything back, then we can start to look at taking off the side bits. And again, when you start taking off the side bits, just be really careful. Don't just go hell for leather and just rip it off. Ask me how I know. Because if this isn't absolutely straight on your fabric, and you can see it's not straight on my fabric, then it will just pull a few threads on the side. Woohoo! Here we go. There we go. Okay, so someone has got a fabulous scrap bag there. And then let's start here. So if you just pull that back, then what you can very carefully do is just start to release, and you can just see, look, that's just pulling a few little threads there. So if you want, pull it out that way, and it doesn't pull quite as many threads. And the thing is, what I would say is, if you do end up with a few threads, like, it's not that it's the end of the world, it's not, it's just that I would trim them back before you start putting these around your lampshade, okay? Because otherwise you're going to have to trim back at some point. So if you've got one of these kits sitting in the cupboard, because you got one last time I demoed it and you haven't done it yet, please make today the day. And just bear in mind, right, okay, so I'm going to go in and just trim off those little bits. You do not need them. All right, they are not going to serve you in any way, shape or form. So just trim off any little threads. But don't trim off all the fabric. I'm literally just trimming off those stray threads. Can you see? Like that. And do the other end as well. And honestly, just go in a little bit at a time. And if you want to, whilst you're doing it, this would save a bit of time, wouldn't it? Just take those threads off as you go. There we go. Oh, I got to the bottom of Maud, what she'd been up to yesterday. So Maud, my otterhound, you know, very rare breed, only 800 in the world. More giant pandas than there are Mauds. When she is old enough, i.e. later on this year or next year, we'll be having little otterhound puppies because she's a rare breed. However, Maud has decided to bring this timeline forward a little herself and was caught basically behind the bike sheds with, with a very handsome Hungarian Vizsla. Yeah. Thanks, Maud. Thanks for that, Maud. Brilliant, Maud. Excellent. So now we are going to have to take Maud to the vets and make sure that there are no little... My mum and I were trying to work out what they'd be called, because you get Vizzapoos, which are Hungarian Vizslas crossed with poodles. We're like, well, what would an otterhound with a Vizsla be? And we decided it would be a Vizotta, which sounds very, or as Gemma said, a Mungletash. It would just be a Heinz 57, be a mix. And I was like, yeah, no, you're right. It's exactly what it would be. So yes. And I mean, my name would be absolute mud in the otterhound world for letting her mix with hoi polloi, albeit pedigree and very, very gorgeous. Hoi polloi. Yeah. But Maud is very, very secretive about her seasons. Right, red tape going on here. So she doesn't tell anyone, apart from clearly Frankie, the very handsome Vizsla. So your red tape goes on around here. I have started it I'm just going to show you this here. Okay. Start it on. There's where the join in the metal is where I tend to start it. For the simple reason, why is my sticky tape not sticky? That's because it's new in the first round of it. I want my sticky tape sticky. Where are my paper scissors? Right, let's start from the bit that is actually sticky and is going to help. It's like it's on back to front, this tape. It's weird. There we go. So it just means that when you go around, you can then always find where you started. Because I've done that before. I've prepped stuff and then gone, where's the end of the tape? Where actually is the end of the tape? What is happening? But like I say, when you've done this, this is how you do the clock. This is how you do all the other lampshades. And this is also how you do the lovely little lanterns as well, which are rather fabulous. There we go, round we come. Back to where we, whoops, started. And you're going to hold that there. You've got to do both, okay? So on this, I would say just find a set of spokes that you're happy to start on. And away you go. Do you know, half of this tape, that's really weird, half of this tape was on the right way around and half is on the wrong way around. It's obviously been a starting point. That's so strange. I've never encountered that before. And I've used a lot of this tape because we used to use this in papercraft as well. This is like your permanent red tape. There we go. That's back to normal. But on it goes around. So you know, yesterday I told you about that book, Eat My Frog. Do you remember? And it's about that you start with the most difficult and the biggest project first. This is the biggest lampshade that we sell. So this is the biggest and the most difficult out of them all. So if I can do this, the little ones are so easy by comparison. But it's just that I want this one in my home. And I really am one of these people that I would rather show you like the most difficult way and then we'll just rein it back in from there, right? So now what you're going to do is take all your tape off. Oh, I hate taking tape off. There we go. And just sort of make sure that your tape is round, really is round, all of that. And off it comes. And it is, it's very sticky. So sort of pop that on there so it's not touching too many things. And then, haha, here we go. Okay, now, this is the point, well actually, you should have done this before, where you need to check, A, whether or not your fabric has a direction. So is there a right way up with my fabric? Meh. Possibly, possibly not. And if so, which way round you need to add in your things. So you want to pop this and it needs to be on the fabric. Okay, so that is your starting point. Have this on the fabric. And this is going to be an actual lampshade overhead light. So I'm going to start there. And then you start to roll them in. Okay. And I'm keeping them on the fabric. That is the trick. Keeping them on the fabric, not on the plastic. And it's just the getting started bit that can just be a little bit tricky. Once you are up and away, you'll be absolutely laughing with this. And when you come round, there we go, you can always just have a play with the beginning. It's gonna look beautiful. The concentration. Now I've chosen well because I've chosen a fabric that isn't necessarily one direction or the other, but when we've done this with fabrics that do have a direction, please do just be careful, mock it up before you really go for it. Now what I'm going to do, I don't know if you can see along this bit, is pop my ruler there for a second, is just run a line of tape down there. Oh no, I don't want to pull the whole tape off. Come on, tape. Come on, just the red bit. Gemma, I need your nails.
I'll be honest, my nails probably a bit thick.
That's right, I've done it. Whoop. Are you coming in? Say hello to everybody today. Oh. No, I was just saying that this is Go Big or Go Home. This is Eat My Frog. This is like the hardest one that you can do because it's the biggest out of all the ones that we can do. And there we go.
Oh, you just got an extra pair of hands for that last bit. Look at that.
I know, right? It's a bit gorgeous, isn't it?
A lot gorgeous.
What's sold out? The panels have sold out. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on.
The spring, summer, autumn, winter, ladies.
Oh my goodness, the ladies, the ladies. Do I need to order more? Is then the next question that we're all asking ourselves.
Crying faces.
Hang on.
Whether we can get some more.
Um,
Ask the question.
Right, okay, I will ask indeed that question. I'm going to put a little bit, where there's a little bit of overhang, I'm just going to put a little bit of extra tape on there. So the ladies have sold out. Jem, do you want to tell me then, give me an update on the other fabrics? Have we got, we'll get Gemma in here in a minute, she can give us all the stats. And I will give the office of Odeal a little call after the show and see what I can organise for you. So just where this fabric here overhangs, I've got nothing sticky to stick it onto. So with the little squiddly bits of tape I've got left, I'm literally just adding a little bit so that it doesn't overhang. We thought we were giving you all a fighting chance to make it go live all at the same time. So well done if you've got hold of all of that, and we'll see what extras we can get for you. So if we can, right, let's have a look, because bear with me, all technology seems to be it seems to be since we moved in here, doesn't it? Our technology goes, no, we do not like this. Jem, shall I ask the question now?
We can do. There's some fabrics
fabrics we're low stock on?
Oh,
Some others. If we can ask that question and then we can add.
bear with, I will ask straight away.
And I've got a velvet panel I want to order as well, so
Yes.
we'll give her some other bits to send if she's got it.
If I describe it as the face fabric,
They are the Four Seasons fabrics.
the 4 season face fabrics.
Yeah.
Please. We have sold out. Little kiss, just to make it a bit better, right? Soften that blow. Gemma, how gorgeous is this going to look with my blue velvet sofa?
Amazing.
I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit excited. So now all you're going to do is just take that fabric over the edges and just squish it down. They do give you a squishy down base tool, which is this, but God gave me nails, which Gemma cannot watch because she says they are jewels, not tools, Natasha. But if I were Gemma, I'd be going in and pushing it down with my little tool. Actually, that is quite easy to do it like that. Hey Gemma, it's quite easy to do it with the thing they actually give you to do with it. She'll be like, oh, what a surprise, Natasha. To do things with the right tools. How very amazing of you. I am super excited to go home and put this up in my sitting room. It's gonna be beautiful. Yes, it is. This is a purely selfish make. I just like to say, for me. Yep. Yes, it is. And I am not about to apologise, even remotely, because it's rather lovely. And it's going to sit. And the thing is, so in my sitting room, I've got my blue velvet sofa. Everyone's bored of hearing about my blue velvet sofa, but can't help it. Love my blue velvet sofa. And the other things that I've got in there are my Cafe cushions. So any other fabrics that I introduce have got to go with my Cafe and my Philip Jacobs and everything else that I've got in my sitting room. And this, well, this does this rather beautifully, I feel. So you just go round and you push that under, and you can spend a little bit of time and make it quite neat. And this is why you wanted to get rid of those threads. There will be the odd thread, but you can go in and just snip that off. But if you'd got a bit of a frayed edge, then you wouldn't want to do that. But this is why. Oh, you can see how neat that is around that edge there. I heart these very, very much. Oh, I'm sad to think that some of you missed out. We will try and rectify that ASAP. Hopefully we will know by the end of the show. But if not, I will put it up on Facebook, guys. So just make sure that you're on the Bucko Faces. And then maybe we can get SJ to put something in a newsletter at some point for those of you that don't do any other kind of social media, and that's okay. We all do all sorts, don't we? So I'm just going to go around this base bit, and then of course you'll repeat it around the other ring as well. And all I'm doing, I don't know if you can see if I put it on here, but I'm sort of pulling it up and then just pushing it under. So pulling it up so it's nice and taut, and then, oh, hello, just pushing it under there. So you can tuck any little bits in there. So pull it taut and then just slide it through in there, and that gives you a really smart, you can see just a really smart, nice edge along there. Oh, this is gorgeous, just gorgeous. I am very excited with this. Good, good. There we go. I'm nearly there. I am nearly there. But like I say, oh, so the other thing that I've got for you that we are loading today is the little LED lights that you put into your bottles. So if you don't want to make a whole lamp, maybe you've got, you're going to put it somewhere where there isn't a plug or anything like that, then you can get these little lights, and they are on their way. They'll be here tomorrow. Little lights, LED lights that you put into the bottle, and then the top where you have the battery is the cork that you put into the top of the bottle. I use these all around my home, and if I'd actually thought about it, I would have brought them in to show you. And you can either get solar powered ones. We've got solar powered ones for you, which are slightly more expensive, but you never have to buy any more batteries. We've got normal little LEDs with just the normal battery tops in, and you can replace the batteries. That's what I do. I've had mine for years, and when we have outside parties, if it's, you know, nice weather, then I put them along all the paths so that at night time people can see where they're going, in bottles. And if you want to weight your bottles down, again, I use sort of Epsom salts because they're a little bit sparkly and very beautiful, but I also use these in vases and all sorts of stuff. And then there's also a set which has got little stars on as well, so you could put a lampshade over your bottle and have little stars in the base, and that would be rather beautiful and would go anywhere. So that is my lamp base. You can see how neat that is, and I would just go round and I will repeat that all the way round the base of it as well. I'll just pull that across for now, and I'll do that once the show is finished. But honestly, that is going to hang. That's going to hang in my sitting room and just be amazing. And that's going to sit with all my cafe and everything else. But this is one of my, actually that's a Philip Jacobs one, which is lovely. That's going to go on the side, and then, yes, 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 yes. That makes me very, very happy indeed. And then, of course, don't forget, if you want a little set of 4 lanterns, we've got those as well on the website. And the adapters so that you can make them into lamps. And we've discussed those because they've been out of stock for a very, very, very long time. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. How are we doing? Let's check in with you guys and see. Oh, I've got Margaret's diameters. Morning, Jackie. Here we go. That will catch up. So, did we want to make anything else this morning? Did anybody decide? Did anybody say? Anyone? It's up to you. It's up to you. I better not cut up any of these faces now, had I? I think that opportunity has gone. I don't know what I'm allowed to use now and what I'm not. I'm a little bit scared. But of course, if you want to do anything cushion fronty or anything like that, I'm going to have a look at what I can make with this rather fabulous fabric that I didn't end up making into a lampshade, which is rather gorgeous.
We'd kept one bundle back for you. In the interest of not wanting a bun fight, do you want that one popping back onto stock? Yeah,
put that back onto. So what I will do then, okay, and I'm going to do this for you guys. I am not going to make the cushion set that I was going to make with the faces, and we'll put that into stock any second now. So anybody that's missed out, it's going to be first come first serve, isn't it? Yeah. And then what I'll do is when the next lot comes in, we'll make cushions and we'll show all the different ways to do cushions then. Is that fair?
Fair.
Is that fair? Because actually I've just looked at time. We're taking a very close look at all of the fabrics. So it is already 20 past 11. Guys, what a morning. What a morning. The other question then for you lot is, would you like the velvets that accompany this? because if you would just put just a little bit of love here. Morning, Jeanette. A little bit of love in the messages here to say whether or not you would like. Late to join you, but we'll catch up later. That's all right, Anne. Don't worry. A storage bag. Yes, Ellen. Okay. Well, what I'll do is I'll take on board all your comments as to what you want to make with it. And when we get it in again, we'll do another show and we'll make stuff other than my lampshade for my sitting room. And we'll see what we can do with these face panels, because they are really rather beautiful. And I want to know whether you are going to be embroidering on top of them, embellishing them even further, which is what Odeal's done with some of hers as well, and they just are gorgeous. Are they going to be the centerpiece of a quilt? Are you going to have a series of quilts? Are you going to do cushions? What are you going to do with them? Are you going to make them into storage boxes? Are you going to make them into bags? What are you going to do? That is the question that I want to know from all of you. And I don't seem to be getting any messages here. So, a headboard. Could you imagine? They are beautiful, aren't they, Elizabeth? Yes. I have some ideas on what I want to do with them next time they're in, which is a little bit decadent and exciting. So I'm just going to go and plan that and buy some more, because, yes, please, for the velvet borders to accompany the face panels. Okay, all right. Morning, Vicky. Morning, Sheila. Okay, all right then. Well, now that I know that, I will go back to Odeal and say, please, Odeal, can we have some more? And I will see you tomorrow with Jane. Oh, Gemma, could you just ask Jane to show us the quilt that we've got tomorrow?
Say again.
Is it the wavy edged?
We've got so much fun tomorrow.
Could we just have a quick? Yeah. So, I had to do a show at the craft store a couple of weeks ago with the brand new creative grids, and we've had them in stock here for a little while. And one is gives you a lovely wavy edge border. And when the Jane Sassman fabrics came in, when did they come in? You know the quilt we made last week with Jane. There were some which we didn't use, and it was wavy. And so we're going to use the new rulers. So there's the Alaska ruler, which you might have seen me demo on the craft store, and we've got these bundles of fabrics and stuff for you as well. And then but the new wavy edge ruler, and we had great fun with this, working with some gorgeous. I'll get there in the end, right? Gorgeous Philip Jacobs in the middle there. And then what about those Jane Sassmans?
Looks incredible together.
And then just echoing that wavy fabric, we have got loads of K Facet Collective bundles as well with these. And this is just the easiest quilt to make. It looks really complex, doesn't it? It does look really complex, but it's really not. And then to do that wavy border is just so exciting. So we're going to be showing you how to use the new Creative Grid to do all of that and to make such beautiful things as this in your home. Just amazing. That's tomorrow. That is tomorrow. So I will see you here tomorrow with Jane, and we're going to have a good old play with those. So exciting. Take care, behave yourselves, and if you can't behave, don't get caught. Bye-bye.